Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. I try to time it. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. I know what you're thinking. God, he's yelling. Why do you have to be so loud? You know what? I don't even care. I'm happy. It's a good day. It's pretty weather outside, and I'm not out there enjoying it. Do you want to know why? Because I like to hang out with my crew, my gang, my les factions, les familia, the posse, the main event posse in the house. How you like that? I'm going to come up with a name for the main event fans. I don't have one yet. It's a work in progress. If anyone's got something, let me know. Let me know, the little main eventers out there, all you kids. What's up? Happy Friday to you. See that? Here, wait. And there it is. That's me. What's up? Tom here. Happy Friday to you. Whole bunch of nonsense to kick the show off. I got my coffee. She's hot, baby. Yep. And it's all good. I was just watching some cool stuff on YouTube. And last night recorded another episode of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. We focus on movies, music, Marvel magazines, miniseries, and more. Yes. It's good stuff. If you haven't subscribed and downloaded, shame on you. I'm going to tell your parents and take names. I take names now. Did you know this? Don't get on the list. Don't. Jericho doesn't use it anymore. He gave it to me. So shut up. Yeah, subscribe, man. It's fun. Last night, Phil Lindsay and I recorded an episode on DMX, and it was the most fun. And God, I miss DMX, and he's barely been gone, 3 weeks now? Sucks, man. Let's get some hellos and good mornings and good early afternoon. Sandy in Germany never lets me down. Sandy, I swear to God, you sit by your computer on Fridays, and I love you for it. Guten Tag, Sandy, to you, my friend. I got friends in other countries. That's not a song. It should be. I got friends in other countries. That's so much fun, dude. Sandy, you are the freaking man, brother. Let me just tell you right now. Christopher, what's up, my friend? Carlos Martinez, what's up? Sugar Shane Odom in the house. Ray, every time I see Ray, every time. Adam Cole is king. Soundbite Shannon, what's going on? Brendan, how are you, my friend? Elvis Martinez, good morning to you, sir. Hello, Jamel in Vegas. Russell Jackson, what's up, my man? How are you doing today? Reggie Camp, what's going on? Yes, Sandy, you are by far my favorite German. I like Flula Borg. Are you impressed that I know that comic? Is he big over there? I've seen a bunch of his stuff, and I love that guy to death. He's so freaking funny, man. Yes, you're my favorite German by far. Jeff in the house, what's going on? Double V, Vic, V squared. You're V squared, Vic. What's up, man? How are you? Tammy, welcome back to the show. Elvis is going to tick me off here with food. Had a sausage and egg sandwich with French toast from Burger, I guess Burger King, and now eating a donut with sprinkles. Elvis, you suck. You want to know why? Because I don't touch any of that stuff anymore. I haven't had fast food in forever, and I haven't had pizza since October. Try that on. How do you live your life without pizza? Ask me. I'll tell you. It's not easy. Alma, what's going on? How are you? Let's see. Cameron, what's going on? My favorite Canuck. Yes, Winnipeg, Cameron. Oh, very nice. Cameron Grimes McKean. Very good. I dig it. God bless it. I'm losing Flula Borg, Sandy. Look him up. He's on Conan O'Brien quite a bit. God bless it. I'm losing my train of thought here. Where are you? Elvis says we're the Grimes gang. Yeah, no, that's great, but I want my name on it. It's my show, not Cameron's show. Hello, Gerald. Welcome back to the show, my friend. Yes. I totally lost my my complete line here. What's up, Casey? Let's see. Good heavens. All right, now, because see, the comments flying so fast, and I'm grateful for the comments. Don't get me wrong. There's 49 of you here. Everyone hit the heart button, the heart and the thumbs up thing. You know why? Because I just like to see technology move and churn and bubble in front of me. I really have no other reason than that. Please, everybody, hit those buttons. Good afternoon, Frederick. I like that. Frederick J. Tyson. What's up, Chris? Welcome back to the show, my friend. Can I do the arrow? Well, no, I can't. I tried. What's up, Dante? How are you doing, my friend? Miss Lopez is in the house. I watched a bunch of Snoop Dogg and DMX after we did the show last night, man. They did an episode of Versus. If you have not seen that, you have got to go see it. It is the best stuff ever. Snoop cannot sit still every time the music comes. Dude, he cannot sit still. It's the funniest thing. He and DMX hanging out, man. Really, really good stuff. What's up, Andy? Dave, how are you doing, my friend? I'm trying to get to everybody real quick. Frank, what's going on? Robbie, what's up, man? How you doing? DJ, I didn't forget you, my friend. How are you doing, sir? From Tejas. Yes, Elvis, you're my favorite person in Colorado. Are we all playing favorites here now? That's the best stuff ever. I'm here for it. Greg is in Southern Maryland. What's up, my friend? Yes, Reggie mentioned Shock G. Big ups and mad respect to Shock G. All due respect and condolences out to his family, friends, and fans. And guys, if you don't know Digital Underground, shame on you. The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. There you go. Dante, doing well, man. How are you, my friend? Thanks for hanging out. I love that we have such an assorted audience here. I love it, man. It makes me happy. You know what I mean? I bring people together. Watch this. That's what I do. I bring people together, man. Good pro wrestling talk, I hope. Yes. Fun stuff. All kinds of nerd stuff behind me. Yeah. A cool Hendrix shirt, which I'm going to wear until it falls off. Okay. It's already a size too big because I've lost all this weight, but it's all good. The Main Event Mafia. Ooh, I like that, Frank. Keep them coming, kids. I like that. Tony in Kingsport. What's up, my friend? Yes, sir. Tom Clark's Hoodlums. Are we criminals, Shannon? Are we? I know, Mark. It's not easy. But on the flip side of that conversation, I have lost 56 pounds. What's up? I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, I'm a 197 pound weakling. Wrestling talk. Sandy throwing the Southern references. Do they have a South in Germany, Sandy? Where like everybody wears big hats and big belt buckles and they don't vote the right way and everybody's sort of just a wee little bit racist, just a little bit. I'm not poking fun at your country. I'm asking it because you hit me with the wrestling thing. I live in North Carolina. Don't think I don't know where I am. If I offend anyone, get over yourselves. We're all adults here. We can talk as we want to, provided you're not rude, because I control the chat. Uh-oh. So mind your P's and Q's. Andrew says it's been almost a year and a half since he's been able to. Good God, Andrew. You know we let the light on for you. Good heavens. Shame on you, man. Thank you for hanging out, though. What's up, Lance? Everybody go check out the Dudes at Ringside Wrestling podcast. Dude. Sandy, where'd you go? At some point, we got to start the show. You guys know that. Sandy had a good one. Sandy, there you are. I shared the live feed. If everybody did that, that'd be awesome. Everyone would be more like Sandy. Don't you love how animated I get and I yell and stuff? Elvis is asking, how far do you live from that guy that got shot? Oh my God. I don't know. Tom's kids, the kids. That might, yeah. Oh, Dante, we'll get to Dante. Stay. Don't split, man. We're going to get to Cool Kyle. Cool Kyle. We'll get there. I promise you. We'll get to it. Please don't go anywhere. You know what that's a nice segue for? The ticker. And also, we're going to get into the show. Ready to do some deep diving? Let's do this. We're only like 12 minutes in, and I've just spent 12 minutes telling everybody, hey, headlines. Mark Carrano got the axe. The Deep Six. He's out of here. They gave him the hook. Get right out of town. Look, I don't celebrate anyone getting fired, but if you don't know the story here, we're about to share a screen, and it's just a tweet. So Facebook police, relax. Don't nobody get upset here. It's just the Twitter. There's the screen. If you haven't seen this, this is Mickie James. Dear Vince McMahon, I'm not sure if you're aware, I did receive my WWE care package today. Thank you. Hashtag always blessed and grateful. Hashtag women's wrestling matters. Now, as you may suspect, this was not met with the best of reactions on the Twitter. From what we're led to believe, the rest of, I guess, Mickie James' belongings were shoved into a trash bag and sent to her house, maybe, I guess. This is how they were sent to her, with her name on the bag. Now, whole lots of people got all kinds of bent out of shape, as well they should. And other former WWE female talents popped up and said, hey, funny, same thing happened to me too. Well, guess what? Triple H went on the Twitter machine. And how about this? We should be able to find it. There's Fozzy. It's always good to have some Fozzy Bear in your life. Do you agree? Let's go ahead and bring that up. This musical interlude brought to you by... Here we go. Upon learning of the disrespectful treatment some of our recently released talent received on behalf of the company, we took immediate action. The person responsible for this inconsiderate action has been fired, pal, and is no longer with WWE. The same thing basically was tweeted out by his other half, his better half, he would probably say. Let's look at it. Mickie James, I'm embarrassed you or anyone else will be treated this way. I apologize personally on behalf of WWE. The person responsible is no longer with our company. That person is Mark Carrano. There's the updated thing on what happened. Okay. So if any of you have ever followed WWE for any substantial amount of time, you know Carrano's been in talent relations for a good while. Punk talked about him when he was released or when they fired him via FedEx. I'm just saying. He talked about him. Others have talked about him over the years. Here's what I'm asking. Do you believe, Shannon says, Gail Kim was very vocal about him? Yes, ma'am. She definitely was. Yes, Jamel, absolutely. Shannon says, glad he's gone from what I saw and told Davis. He doesn't seem like a good person. Dude, all the ladies, speak up on this. I love my female fans, dude. I don't want to call you guys fans. Is that weird? That's kind of egotistical. I love the female audience that watches my show. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. So, yes, Jamel, you said it best when you talked about Carrano, actually what happened.
Hot garbage.
Yes, indeed, hot garbage. Now, here's what I've got for all you guys and gals, all of yous. Do you think this was just Carrano, or was Carrano instructed along the way to do these sorts of things? I believe, and maybe I'll be wrong, I don't know. I believe this is a indication of a problem that is very deeply rooted. I go back to Punk, and I'm not saying Punk is the end all be all and the authority on everything. Please don't misunderstand me. But and again, I can't advise you listen to Colt Cabana's podcast enough. First of all, he's a good guy, right? But the thing with Punk, the two-parter, was very well done. Okay, go back, and if you've not checked it out, please go check it out. It's really good stuff. But one of the things he talked about was when you take a pro wrestling company, and it's the way that the pro wrestling business has always done business. I don't want to say shady backroom stuff, but the way you treat people, the way you kind of talk to people, the way you manipulate people, the way some promoters manipulate people, the way talents will manipulate each other. And going behind each other's backs. And it's just, listen, it's like real life. Pro wrestling's like real life. You know what I'm saying? Because this kind of stuff happens in real life every day. Pro wrestling is no different. It's just that there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of paranoia in the pro wrestling business. Trust me. Everyone's concerned about their spot and stuff. And I'm not saying that every company has issues. Please, I don't feel we in HVW have issues. I really, truly don't believe that. I'm not saying that it's a plague that overruns the industry, but I'm saying as an overview as a whole, and it's just a general overlooking broad definition that I'm using here. It applies to some, it doesn't apply to others, okay? Please don't misunderstand, all right? But when you take that and you shove it into the confines of a publicly traded company that has a lot of bosses to make happy, a lot of masters to serve, okay? And they got to be PG and they got to do this and do that and whatever. It's a weird, bizarre fit. I think that's what we might be seeing here. What do you guys think? Lance says instructed. He believes that Carrano was told to do these kinds of things. Chris says it was just Carrano that got fired. Yes, you're right, Chris, 100% right. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. When they brought back John Laurinaitis recently. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. So yeah, I don't know. I think this may be still playing out. I don't know if we've heard the last of this, to be honest with you. We will see what happens. But I want to throw that out there. It's the thing that everyone's talking about right now. We talked about Triple H a little bit. Let's talk about his comments the other day on the media call. The imaginary war he referenced between AEW and NXT. Okay, now. I ranted about this not too long ago here on the show, and if any of you missed it, buckle up. This is good. I promise. There are different levels to the word competition. When people say, listen, Vince doesn't see anyone as competition, I disagree. However, there are different levels, not definitions. There are different levels to the word competition. There shouldn't be, but this is Vince and this is WWE. Now, here's Tom's take. You can take this or you can leave this. It's totally fine. You won't hurt my feelings either way. I promise you. Okay? But here's my analysis on it. Again, take it or leave it. Whatever you want to do is fine. There's different levels to the word competition when it comes to him and to that company. Here's what I mean by that. Does Vince consider AEW competition in the broad scale of one day they might knock us off? No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't know that anyone in that company feels that way. I'm not saying they don't, but I don't think personally that anyone feels that way. Are they competition in as much as they can take viewers from Vince's product? And does Vince believe that? Yes, I do. Do you want to know why I believe that? You want to know how I believe that? Because they jumped on USA on the same night, on the same time slot before Dynamite could get there. 2 weeks before. Remember? Did we all forget? Every single time that AEW announced a special event, WWE counter-programmed. Every time. AEW is in the business of signing talent. So, WWE, did I say WWE? WWE is in the business of signing talent, so AEW, nor any other company, can have them. But yet, this is an imaginary war. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. It's an imaginary war, kids. Oh, to be Triple H and to be corporate, but at the same time, still have that old school, old-fashioned pro wrestling mind that I just described 20 minutes ago, or 5, whatever it was. Time flies when you're podcasting. I was going to say potting. Is that a thing? Yeah. So anyways, that's the point here, kids. There's different levels to the competition, to the word competition. Yes, they consider AEW competition. No, not in the grand scheme of things in terms of we think they'll knock us off the ladder one day. I don't believe that. That's me. James says, Vince now regrets letting Jericho be on Broken Skull sessions because the people who didn't know about AEW now do. Well, James, here's the deal, my friend. If he regrets it, he shouldn't have allowed it to happen. I get what you're saying, but man, it's a bad time to regret it, don't you think? Yeah. I think Vince has something to do with this, my opinion. Hey, Mark in Canada. What's up? Mark, do you know Cameron? Cameron's in Canada too. Are you guys friends? I'm totally kidding, by the way. But again, wouldn't it be funny if they knew each other? Mark, you may have driven past Cameron and didn't know. Cam's a truck driver up there. I'm going to spend the next hour on this. Robbie says Carrano deserved to be fired for his actions, and even though Mickey got fired, they could have done it respectfully. Robbie, I don't know if I'll ever agree that anyone deserves to be fired, but I think that this whole thing needs to be looked at. And yes, Mickey deserved far better. Sugar Shane says, I think Carrano is a fall guy. Shane, I happen to share your opinion because no one in the family is going to be the fall guy. Lance says competition is good for wrestling. Absolutely. Shannon says, I just want both shows to do well. So Tuesday. Oh my God, Shannon, we'll get there. I promise you. I've seen your tweets on this subject. We're going to get there. I promise you. Yep. Jamil says, I didn't forget. The talent called them dynamite deals. Big money, big years to sit in catering. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cameron, Mark's showing you some love. Must be a good guy being Canadian. There you go. Let's go to this. WrestleMania Backlash, or as I like to call it, WrestleMania 37, Part 2. WrestleMania 37 Redo. The sequel. Coffee. Whatever happened to WrestleMania being the payoff? For 12 months, the guys and gals in that company worked to entertain. They worked to show off. They worked to ply their craft to hopefully get better, to tell their stories inside the 20 by 20. Yes? So, Mania is the payoff. It's the payday and it's the payoff. The past couple of years, and listen, this didn't just start happening. The past couple of years, the Saudi shows, blood money. Blood money. I'm sorry. It's allergies. Blood money. Excuse me. The past couple of years, the Saudi shows have changed the ideology behind Mania. Mania is no longer now, and it was little by little by little, yes, and now it's blatantly obvious. Mania is no longer going to be the stage in which these things are paid off. How do I feel about that? I'm glad you asked.
Hot garbage.
Look, it's their company. It's not mine. I don't own stock in WWE. I'm not backstage. My family doesn't work there. Do you see? So it's fine. They can do whatever. But the idea of we pay everything off at Mania and send them home happy is an idea, in my opinion. How's my hair? Is it working for you? I notice the weirdest things when I'm doing the show. The idea of Mania being the payoff and bringing things to an end, and the Monday after Mania being the reset button and we start fresh, I love it. I'm here for it. I've always been here for it. I think it's great booking. It's a great philosophy. However, we're not going to do that anymore. Oh. I can get mad. I can yell. I can rant. I can scream. There's no point. It's their company. They can do whatever they want to do with it. And if any of you want to rant and scream and throw things, you can. It's a free country, depending on where you live in the world. However, I advise against it. You're only going to make yourself hoarse, and you could probably break something. Please don't do it. WWE is WWE, and they're not going to change. They're not going to change. Dane, what's up? Wrestling Geeks Alliance in the house. Everybody go check out Dane's podcast. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Yes, WWE is going to do business however they see fit. And you don't have to like it. None of us have to. But there's no sense getting bent out of shape over it. Okay? There's really not. We can criticize it. We can be upset. But listen, get on with your lives. You see what I'm saying? It frustrates me, but I'm not going to lose sleep over this. It's how they want to book. My question for you is this. All of you, not just one of you, all of you. How do you feel about the fact that these feuds aren't over? We've got more Priest versus Miz. We've got more Cesaro and Rollins. We'll get to that in a bit. We've got more of the same stuff. God almighty. God almighty. God's middle initial is O. God almighty, dude. I don't get it. I don't I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. It just doesn't. Yeah, I don't get it. What do you guys think about all this? What do you think about the fact that they're not taking the stuff home and they're not putting it into the angles and stuff? James says, could AEW survive on Mondays? Hey, James, AEW will not put itself in that position. It's an interesting question, my friend, but I don't believe AEW would put themselves in that spot. They know better. You know, as bad as Raw is, and man, is Raw bad. Raw's really bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. As bad as Raw is, let me tell you something. AEW, Tony Khan, in my opinion, is too smart for that. They're not going to put them in a weird spot to go. That's the craziest thing. They would never do that. Impact did it. They were dumb. Or does a dumb move. They were barely a blip on the radar. They were for hardcore wrestling fans, not for the world. World didn't care. And, you know, I'm not saying the same thing will happen to AEW, but honestly, I think you'd see Dynamite dip well below 1 million the second they tried it. Am I right? I don't know. It's just my opinion. Who knows what the future holds? Who knows what the future holds, kids? Frank says, I like the Fiend character going to women's division. Never been done to my knowledge. The Fiend character. Oh, the character. I get you. And he's a fan of what Alexa Bliss is doing. Well, Frank, there's got to be at least one person that likes it. I'm just teasing. Shane says WWE problem is the booking and creative. They give a bunch of yes men. Nobody wants to go against the boss. That's probably the same. That's probably the truth in any major company, Shane, but I get what you're saying. Jamel says, bored. My wife commented on how Moxley and now Omega defend against different people and WWE champions fight the same people. Oh, my God, you're so right. You're so right. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're so right. The same match. Nia and Lana. Did anyone sleep through that? Nia and Lana. My God. It's been a year. It's awful. It's awful. For me. You guys might love it. It's awful. What's up, Severin? I haven't seen you for a while, my friend. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, awful. God awful. Here's something that's not god awful. MLW is coming back. Do we have any MLW fans in the house? They're finally going to start doing TV tapings. They've got to deal with Vice. It's pretty good. I would suspect that Dark Side of the Ring's got a little bit to do with that, right? Court Bauer announced on Fusion recently that they're going to kick off a new season July 10th in Philly. Limited tickets are available. My guess is that they'll tape a bunch on the first night, then probably just keep taping. Limited number of tickets, limited number of fans. Good for MLW, man. They've grown. I want to see MLW get bigger. I would like to see MLW get to Ring of Honor's level. And then I would like to see them surpass. I'd also like to see Ring of Honor get bigger than what they are now. And I'd like to see New Japan's foothold in this country get massive. Now, I know what you're saying. Tom, if you have that much competition, isn't eventually one of the other shoe going to fall and then someone's going to end up going away? Yeah. Survival of the fittest, right? I don't mean that to be any kind of way. I'm just saying, you know who wins in all this, as we always say, are the fans, because we got more stuff to watch. And at the end of the day, there's more places for the boys and girls in the locker room to go ply their craft. That is what you want. That's what you want. That's what you have to have. Reggie agrees. More wrestling on TV during the week. I am all for it. James Sargent says ECW Arena. James, forgive me for being ignorant on the address. Yeah, it's going to be the 2300 Arena. I assume that's the old ECW Arena, yes? Yeah, I believe you're right. Shanna says she wants to see all promotions do well. 100%. 100%. Shane will get there. I promise you. We'll get there. In fact, you may have just been my segue. Were you my segue? Shane's my segue. Watch this. Segue. I called it TNA Rebellion. It's actually Impact. We could fix that. Let me fix it. I can fix it. Watch this. I book on the fly, kids. Flying by the seat of my pants. There it is. How pumped up are you for Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann? Does anyone on the planet believe Swann's winning? No. No. I like Swann a lot, but I think this is a listen. I don't think any negative comes from this. Don't misunderstand. But the fact that they've not led you to believe as an AEW fan who maybe doesn't watch Impact that this could have ramifications for Dynamite, I think that's a shame. I think it should have been incorporated. Now, what do I know, right? But that's just my opinion. I think it should have been incorporated. I think we should have been talking about every edition of Dynamite to this point. And the fact that we're not is very bizarre to me. Reggie says I'm going to the Mega. So's AEW. So, but here's the thing. This match is going to be good. And yeah, I'm getting the pay-per-view. I don't know the last time I bought a TNA Impact pay-per-view. How excited are you for Omega versus Swann? What do you guys think? Title for title. Kenny is going to have 4 belts. Kenny 4 belts. Kenny 4 belts. It's going to be good. I believe, and I've been saying this for months, I believe this is all leading to a massive super show. I was predicting July, but I think we may be leading more towards SummerSlam season. I'm not saying on the same night, but wouldn't that be something? I'm just saying. AEW, Impact, New Japan. Same show. Shut up. I want Ring of Honor to get back in this mix, man. Ring of Honor still has a good product, kids. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Cameron says Don and Kenny are both from Winnipeg. Yep. Don is all about, yeah, for sure. Adam Cole used it. It's his finisher. It's also different. Oh, Dante, I may have missed your earlier comment. Did I? Rebecca says, what if Moose interferes? I love Moose. That guy is a beast. Beast. James says he wants to see Omega versus Aldis. And why do we keep leaving Nick Aldis out of the conversation? We're going to talk about collecting titles. Because Omega could flat out, jump myself up, Omega could flat out disrespect the entire NWA and say, I may as well take their silly belt too because, you know. But I'm here for it. I love Nick Aldis. Love that guy. So, yeah. Reggie says, I think it should have been a triple threat. Reggie, I like Moose, but I think I would rather it be one-on-one. But I think I agree with everybody here. I do think that we're going to look at Moose interfering in some way. Dane says Joe versus Punk, career on the line to say goodbye to Punk and propose Super Show. So the second that Joe was released, I pitched to Phil, Punk versus Joe, and he popped over that one. I think it's a good idea. Will it happen? I don't know. Is there anyone that can get Punk off his couch, as the old cliche goes? Joe? I don't know. Can I be honest with you? Do you want to see it now? Not just Dane, but anyone. Do you really want to see Punk now in the ring? I have said forever, if he's happy, if he's healthy, if he's indeed moved on, let him move on. I'm with you, and you'd be hard pressed to find a bigger Punk guy than me. I'm a Punk guy, I still am. I make no bones about it. I've never tried to hide it from anybody. I love that guy. However, I think there's something awesome about the way he left. And I think there's so much of a legendary status he's accumulated among a lot of fans over the years because he did it his way. You know, he called his own shot and he did it the way he wanted to do it. Walked away from everything. I think that's pretty freaking cool. It's like Jordan with the last shot, and he's like this in Utah, and that's it. His hands are this, and that's it. Jordan never comes back and plays for the Wizards. Now, I don't care that he did. It's his career. He can do whatever he wants to do. But that lasting image is the lasting image I have of him is that last shot in Utah, and that's it. And the statement was made, and is that the last shot that Michael Jordan will ever take? in the NBA. I think Punk called his own shot, kids. We shall see. Gene says, what are their plans for Mox? That's a great question, Gene. So here's the thing. When it comes to Moxley, this thing with Kingston, I love. The thing with hitting the bus, I didn't love too much because, like, they opened it, they weren't in there. Like, what's going on? That was kind of odd to me. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Danny says they could have a final match for him, and they're like, yeah, but he's got to want to do it. And you're right. You're right. You're right. Punk, I'm sure, didn't lose the ability to work, but Punk hasn't worked in years. That's what I can't. The longer that we get from the day that Punk left, the more likely it is he's not coming back. Am I going to be right? I don't know. For all I know, it'll happen next week. I don't know, right? But in my opinion, the farther we get from that, I ask myself, what would be Punk's reason for coming back? Straight up. Because, of course, I asked I could see why Edge came back. I asked myself, why would Punk feel the need to come back? What is it about is it the time away? Is it Joe's a great friend? They came up together. Is it that he wants to do it a Ring of Honor style? You know what I'm saying? Shake the hands before and after. Is it I don't know what the answer is, and I can't answer for him. But honestly, I don't know what is in it for Punk, and I don't want to hear about a payday. It's not. I don't think he cares about money. Honest to God, I don't think he cares. We all care about it, right? But I'm saying I don't think he cares about a payday. Just me talking. No, I don't. Dane, I don't think the money has anything to do with it. You might be right. I respectfully disagree. I don't think the money has anything to do with it. Sorry. The Bucks waved all kinds of money at him, and he said no. Money's been waved in front of this guy before. That's the truth. Money's been waved in front of this guy before. That's the truth. You don't have to agree. It's okay that you don't. We're grown men. If you don't like my opinion, brother, you don't have to like it. That goes for anybody. It's perfectly fine. But this idea that if we wave enough money in front of somebody, they're going to jump like a dog. I don't get that. He's had money waved at him before. Now, here's the problem. I can't put words in Punk's mouth, and neither can you. None of you can. We're all guessing. And we all want to be right so badly, don't we? We all do. But we may all be wrong. Some of us may be right. Some of us may be wrong. I don't know. That's the thing about this topic. Pro wrestling is very subjective. And everybody should know that by now. We're not analyzing the NBA here, kids. We're not talking about field goal percentage, the extent of a contract, the terms of the contract. We're not talking about field goal percentage. We're not talking about minutes spent in the game. All of those are rock solid 100% facts. You can look them up. They're there for the annals of history in the NBA. They're always going to be there. They're there. There's no disputing field goal percentage, no disputing anything. 3-point shots, all that. It's all right there. Pro wrestling is all subjective. What you thought was a main event, I could say sucked. When you tell me money will do it, I could disagree. Does that make me right? No. Does it make you wrong? No. You see what I'm saying? This is all subjective. People get so bent out of shape when people don't agree with each other. You don't have to agree. It's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, everybody could be right, and Punk's back in a month and wrestles for 6 months. We've seen weirder stuff happen. Please don't lose sleep over this. Kids, this is silly pro wrestling. I love it to death. I've spent most of my life watching it and talking about it. But good God in heaven, let's all relax, okay? I get it. When people have a piece of income coming in from doing this kind of stuff, they have to be considered an authority or whatnot. None of us are. None of us are. And listen, you can take or leave whatever I say. It's perfectly fine, dude. You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. But this idea, this notion that, well, I've got to be right. Okay. I don't. If you have to be right in your little world, whoever the you is, I hold no grudges. I'll continue to be civil and professional and friendly. I have no problem with that. Mark says, well said, wrestling is based on opinion. That's what makes it fun. Yeah, dude, whatever you like is what you like. And if anybody gets offended by anything I just said, I don't understand what's wrong with the world, because I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I didn't say you're an idiot. I didn't say you suck and your opinions suck. I don't conduct myself that way, and I won't. And I don't like to be a part of things that do. Because you know why? I don't think that gets us anywhere. I think that creates a divide, and that leads to people calling each other marks, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, continues to be. This is supposed to be fun. Newsflash. Pro wrestling was supposed to be fun here. Not for them. They're making money. They're earning a living. For us, this is supposed to be fun. We've done everything in our power to make this not fun. And some of you might get mad that I just said that. It's crazy. You can't please everybody. Let's get to the two big shows, depending on what your opinion is. The blue brand we kick it off with from last week, yes. 3 SmackDown takeaways of the week. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, the never-ending feud. Okay, this goes back to WrestleMania Backlash, WrestleMania 37 Part 2, yeah? I've said this multiple times, and I won't continue saying it till I'm dead. I'll say it today. This always works because these two guys flat out kill each other. They trust each other. They're best friends. They trust each other with their lives, okay? They're always going to go hard every time, and I got mad respect for that. I mean, how many more times are we going to see this on TV? I'm okay with it. I tend to think long term, not just with this stuff, but with everything. I don't think about today. I think about tomorrow. So where does Sami go from here? Where does Owens go from here? Doesn't it feel like Sami kind of needs to win now? I don't know the answer to that. It kind of feels like it. This is something they can come back to anytime they want to. And I've said it before on the program multiple times, kids. But at the end of the day, what happens now? Where are they going? You see what I mean? Where does each guy go from here? Is Owens back in title contention? Is he not? Is Sami? And I love Sami's gimmick, dude. The whole paranoia stuff and conspiracy. I love it, dude. Are you kidding me? I loved it when Truth did it, to be honest. When Truth was at the height of that thing, I enjoyed the crap out of it. I thought it was really good. I enjoy that kind of stuff. That's me. That's my taste, right? But again, I ask myself, what's going to happen from here? Oh, Jim says Owens versus Zayn, boring. It's your opinion, baby. It's your opinion. It's all good, man. What's up, Mark? Here on his lunch break. What's up, Mark? Let's try to make everything fun for Mark. Thanks, man, for hanging out. I appreciate that. Yeah. I was looking for some more Owens versus Zayn stuff. We can move on. No problem. Here's a second takeaway from SmackDown this week. Rollins' roadblock between Cesaro and Reigns. Seth is once again jumping on the Swiss Superman, tugging on the Superman's cape. Yeah. This is, again, this is rewinding WrestleMania 37. I'm against it. That is to say, I'm against it. I don't have to be for it. It's perfectly fine. To me, I don't care. Whatever. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. It doesn't make much sense, but it's okay. It does make sense, however, that Seth's character would not be content with one and done. And that Cesaro maybe, jumped the shark a little bit too soon, maybe, with wanting a title match right now. Of course, from Cesaro's frame of reference, he's, hey, I pinned a former world champion at WrestleMania. I should be next in line for a shot. I get that. Yeah. But Seth's ego won't allow that to happen. And it's so odd to me that we continue to have Seth and Roman on the same brand, but yet they're not bumping into each other. They're going to bump into each other now. I wonder how that's going to play out, because they're going to talk about Shield stuff, which is weird because you got Mox on the other show. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. Everybody, please say hello to HVW owner promoter, Mr. Gary Benfield in the house. What's going on, my friend? Everybody, check out High Velocity Wrestling, please and thank you. So Ray says Seth is a pest. That's a great way to put it. You know what I mean? He's like a bad penny. He always turns up. Yes, Elvis, I heard that Rhonda is with child. Congratulations to her and her husband. Yes. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. I think this ultimately ends with Cesaro getting a title shot, but I think first we might be talking about a triple threat, and then maybe we lead to Cesaro versus Roman one-on-one. We'll see. This leads to my third takeaway from SmackDown. I just want to keep doing that forever. Roman Reigns, unstoppable with a question mark. You want to know why I say that? Because who is going to take the belt off of him? Now, I know what you're thinking. Tom, why screw the good thing, man? Why upset the apple cart when you don't need to? I get it. But again, I'm looking ahead. Who are we looking at to take the belt from him? Anybody got any guesses who that could be? I know who I'd like to see. I'd like to see Big E. I think a bunch of us would. What's up, my friend? Shake. Is that, I don't want to mispronounce your name, my friend. Thank you for watching. Elvis says Cameron Grimes is the one who could beat Roman. I'm here for that. Heard the news. Yes, HVW is going to crown our first ever women's champion on June 5th at Proving Ground. It'll be fun. Tim thinks Karrion Kross maybe from NXT. That's an interesting pick. Jey Uso, Jamel. I like that actually. Not going to happen maybe. Probably. But I like the idea of it. Mark says Keith Lee. Hey, listen, for anybody laughing at the Jey Uso comment, did anybody really believe they'd ever give Kofi a shot? And they did, right? I mean, it's not the same thing, but he's a tag team guy, mid-tier to main event tag team guy. We all kind of think he's gotten really, really, really better, and maybe he'll earn his way there, but we don't think he'll ever take a chance on him. Kofi, I'm just saying, kind of the same thing. Rebecca says Aleister Black. There's an interesting, that's yeah. You know what? Never say never, kids. Never say never. Let's flip to the red brand real quick. 3 Raw takeaways of the week. Here's a good one. Retribution is over. Uh-oh. And I don't mean over in the sense that you may think I say over. I don't mean that. I mean it's done, finished, kaput, bluey. It has expired. It has ceased to be. This is an X faction. It's the truth. And guess what? I'm here for it. Deep condolences to the gimmick of Slapjack. Now, he's not been unmasked. Slapjack! Point of reference. He's not been unmasked yet. But guess who was? Mason T-Bar. Uh-oh. What are we going to do now that Mason T-Bar have been unmasked? Celebrate in the streets. Do a little dance. Maybe say woo. Woo! I'm for it. I'm for it. So let's get this straight. They put the boots to Ali. Ali having a rough go of it, right?
That's hard time.
Dusty's right. That's hard times. Okay? Having a rough go of it. And then Mason T-Bar out of nowhere take on Strowman and McIntyre.
What?
Strowman and McIntyre.
What?
We'll get there. Be patient. They get unmasked on Raw. And you know what's awesome? No one tried to go, that's Dijakovic. I firmly believe that was going to happen. And if anyone doesn't believe that, you're lying. Okay? You all thought that was going to happen because they all want to live in their own little world. Yeah. So it's really, really weird. Shannon says, hopefully they do something with Mia Yim. She's too good to have been wasted in Retribution. Reckoning, pal. That's good stuff. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Second, and we just McIntyre and Strowman, yeah. So Braun Strowman has once again, it appears to be, is making the transition from overgrown man-child, let's all make fun of him, and boys, and he's stupid, he's a big dumb ape, isn't he, kids? To, uh-oh, you better look out. Braun's mad. Braun smash. He's going to blow some stuff up. He's probably going to pick something up and throw it. And he's going to tear somebody in half. Run. Everybody run. It's funny how with Strowman, we push that button. Click. There's like a joke button and there's a monster button. We were pushing the joke button for a few months. Click, click, click. Shane making fun of him doing hopscotch on the floor and calling him dumb and he's not smart. And Braun kind of proving him right. Joke, joke, joke. And now we hit the monster, monster, monster button. Ooh, scary. I just want them to pick a side. It's funny. It's like Three Faces of Eve or something, right? There's a deep cut reference if I ever heard one. The Three Faces of Foley. Is that better for you? Yeah. Michael says Big Show, or excuse me, Braun is Big Show 2.0. Sandy says former Universal Champion. You're both right. And Michael, in terms of where you're coming from on this, here's my opinion on this. This whole thing is, it was different when they did it with Show. I know it doesn't seem that way. In my opinion, it was different when they did it with Show. Show was established as a punishing big man. Then when he did the comedy, it was okay. Braun's been established too, but I feel like it's different. Am I wrong here in my assessment? I feel like it's different. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just not, I don't know. It feels like it's not the same to me. Maybe you guys will have a different opinion. It's all good if you do. I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of feels like it's two different things. Braun, more often than not, is portrayed to be kind of a joke. Not that he is. I don't agree with Braun's politics, all right? But he's a Carolina boy. I got to respect that, right? Got to pull for the home team, folks. I'm just saying. So I want to see him used in the right way. And he is for like 10 minutes at a time. And then we press the joke button. Joke, joke, joke. Yeah, I don't get it either. So, yeah, man. So here we go with this again. It's okay if they go this route. Here's the thing. I've said this before on a program too, and everybody that's ever watched or listened knows what I'm talking about here, kids. There's two different realities to this. There's the way we see it, and there's the way they see it, which is their reality. This is ours. That's theirs. If Braun is happy, he's making good coin. Yes. He's doing his thing. He feels like everything's going to plan. He's happy with his spot. They're treating him pretty well. He gets along backstage. Now, I don't know if any of this is true. It seems like it is, but I'm just throwing it out there for you kids. If all that's true, then he's good. What does he care? What does he care he doesn't have the belt? What does he care that he's not Brock Lesnar 2.0? What does he care? Right? If he's happy, that's what matters, right? Now, the way we see it is, God, this guy's an idiot again. Man, I'm sick of this. Isn't that funny how things work? I'm telling you, man, you got to be very zen about this stuff. This too shall pass. I try to take a very zen perception of this thing, man. I really do. You know why? I got a lot going on in my life. I got stress. I got stuff. Guess who else does? All of you. Yeah. This is supposed to be entertainment. I do get bent out of shape when weird booking happens in different companies. I do. Straight up, I do. But then like 9 seconds later, I go, oh, it's silly pro wrestling. Joe says, will we see Finn Balor? Ready? Finn Balor. That's it. It's all I got. It's good, right? Versus the Fiend of SummerSlam. I hope so. And I hope it's the Demon. The Demon King. Dude, I'm here for it. I love it. Make it happen. Just don't turn that freaking red light on. What's up, Orlando in the house? Orlando, the Big O. You better take that as a compliment, man. You know who I'm talking about, right? The Big O, baby, Oscar Robinson. Let's see. Tim says, why do they not use the Fiend more? I surely am not the only fan of him. Tim, they use the Fiend all the time. He hasn't even been on TV in months, and that's all they talked about was the Fiend. That's a good gig if you can get it. Not be on TV, get talked about all the time and get paid? Dude, I see where you're coming from, though. I get it. Let's see. Third takeaway from Raw. Alexa Bliss is the heel. Okay. I will say this about the promo with the freaking doll on Raw. I'll say this, Lily. Alexa's got the contact scene and she got the black eyes and stuff. Okay. Here's what I'll say. The bit about she pushed the girl off the swing or something. And she called her a name. I have to say that was pretty good. That piqued my interest. I perked up. I'm doing work and I've got that going. I went, ooh, like that. Like you make, what's the card? Squirrel. It got my attention. I kind of actually liked it. Here's what I'll say. Ray says Bliss is a mess. You're 100%. 100%. Reggie wants me to hit the button. Reggie, I'll do it for you because I like you. Up until this whole thing, Alexa, Randy, the Fiend, has been what?
Hot garbage.
Preach. Preach. But if there's a chance they can pull this out the crapper, pull it out. Plunger out. If they can somehow make some edible chicken salad out of all of the, they might as well. Maybe I'll get proven wrong about Bliss. And guess what's going to happen if I do? I'm not going to get mad. I'll be the first one to say, I was wrong about Alexa. She's killing it. And all of you, not all of you, some of you are going to be like, I can't wait to tell Tom he was wrong. Oh, wait, Tom said he was wrong. Cool. Do you want to know why? Not because I'm trying to take away your ammunition, but because this, again, subjective. That's all. I've not been a fan of this. I would love to see them pull this out. Now, can they? I don't know. We'll see. I got to be honest with you. I think that there's a chance here. I don't know how big. I think there's a chance. Aaron, have you ever watched? Aaron, freaking hang out, man. Tell your friends. Raw is so bad they might have a good story with Bliss and Fiend, but Raw is so bad. He said it twice. We look at it as boring because it's all over the place. Oh, it's so bad. Raw is so bad. And people talk about Raw's been bad for a few weeks. No, it hasn't been bad for 2 years. Raw's been bad for 2 years. The constant cuts, the camera cuts, when the guy's taking the boots in the corner, you're here and you're here and you're here and here. Watch. Here and here, 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 here. People tune in right now like, what's going on? Here and here, here. It's all over the place, isn't it? You're right. Aaron called it. All over the place. It's a really bad show. Some episodes of NXT have been better than others. Some episodes of SmackDown have been better than others. If I get my words out, Dynamite's been better than others. Ring of Honor, New Japan. You know, some have been more entertaining than others, I could say. Raw's bad all the time. In my opinion. Some of you might be watching going, oh, Raw is the best thing ever. Are you kidding me? Shut that guy up. I don't know. Everybody read Dane's comment. Dane, by the way, you and I are good, man. I got no heat. I got no heat, man. If people got heat with me, that's their heat. I don't have it back with them. There's some people I don't hang out with or talk to because of stuff, but you're not one of them. It's all good, man. It's okay. It's what I was trying to tell everybody before, man. It's okay to feel one way and I feel another. It's perfectly fine. You're 100% right. Raw's got a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in that company, baby. There's enough talent in that company for 2 companies, Jack. You know what I mean? I ain't booking it. They don't ask me what I think. Funny. I never get calls from Vince. Weird. I wish I did. Actually, I don't. I don't know. They couldn't afford me. That's a joke. They could totally afford me. I don't know what to tell you. I agree with you. You're 100% right. They are. It's fascinating to watch. It's fascinating to watch. I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to. It's like those big companies that get really, really, really big overnight and then crumble in like no time. And we all just sit back and go, oh, watch this. What's happening here? It kind of feels like that sometimes. Not that they're in trouble. I don't think they'll be in trouble for a good long time, if they ever are. You're 100% right. Wasted talent. Rebecca says, good to see you all. Has been Rebecca. Yes. Thank you, Rebecca. And Rebecca's leaving because she's like, the hour's up. I got stuff to do. You said the show was an hour, and I agreed to that, but now I got to go. I got to go now. I'm not staying. We are going past the time. It's 1:02. Thanks, Rebecca. Sandy, once again, proving why he's my favorite fan of all time. Dane, you're 100% right. It's hard to do the comment stuff. Dane says, he called me just to fire me and I don't work for him. Funny, Dane, I got fired via FedEx yesterday from him. I don't work there either. What are you going to do? It's good stuff. All right, so how's about we move on? Ratings, if you care, here they are. This week, SmackDown 1.997 compared to last week's 2.08. It was the go home show for no, it was a SmackDown after Mania. You can kind of understand why. 1.907 Raw for compared to last week's 2.02. I didn't think Raw would be that well in the ratings, for being honest with you. Dante, are you still here? I promised you we'd get there. I promised you. James says, real quick, what did you think about Sasha Banks doing interview last week? No SmackDown. James, you'll have to hit me with that again, my friend. Triple H take over WWE now. Just tell Vince to go home. Not Hunter's call, Aaron. And I've thrown this out there before. Let's get to Kyle, but real quick. I've thrown this out multiple times in the past. And I'm not one of those guys who wishes ill upon anyone. And I don't wish it ill on Vince or his family or the man himself or that company. This is just a comment. This is not meant to be taken out of context. When the time comes that Vince passes from this life, hopefully 20, 30 years from now, he might outlive all of us. Let's be honest. I think we're looking at this company getting sold to the highest bidder. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe I will be. Maybe Hunter and Stephanie will step in like a lot of people believe they will. I don't see it. That's my opinion. You can take that or leave it. We're talking about entrusting a publicly traded company in the hands of a pro wrestler. No disrespect to Hunter. And he'd probably laugh at that and say, Tom, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You're as clueless as they come. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I'm not talking about fans accepting him. Everybody accepts this guy because we all know more than likely he could do a better job. We all feel that way, and I do too. Truth. However, if you're talking about sponsors, investors, other companies doing business with WWE Global, how do they feel? It's just my 2 cents. All right, kids, back to this. Adam Cole is not a fan of Cool Kyle. Do you want to know why? That's why. Adam Cole. However, what do we think of Orange Cassidy? Cool Kyle O'Reilly. If you didn't see that, you're missing out. I seen it. I seen it. I don't look. This kind of stuff's going to happen. If none of you were alive during the Monday Night War, and I'm sure some of you weren't, shocking, but it's true. Yes. But for those of you who are not alive during the Monday Night War, this kind of thing happened all the time. They took shots together all the time. Remember when Brad Armstrong came out on Monday Nitro with the buzzkill gimmick, basically trying to do a cheap version of Road Dogg, his brother? They're trying to find something for Brad to do. I don't know who came up with it. It was really awful. Brad was a straight-laced, straightforward pro wrestler. That's what he should have been. And I applaud the effort to try to get him to something that's going to get him on TV and get him over. And the effort was there. For real. Cheap carbon copy, stale watered down version of Road Dogg. I'm just saying, this kind of thing happens all the time. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. It doesn't offend me. It's just weird. Why do we get, and again, we're acting like this company doesn't know about AEW, and we got Kyle O'Reilly wearing a denim jacket. Come on. People asking for a button. People asking for because I'm going to the moon. And if you don't like that, you can kiss my grin. I'm here to make people happy. I send them home happy. I'm WrestleMania. I'm what WrestleMania used to be. Send them home happy. We're going to overtime here, kids. We're going to take this thing home shortly. A little bit of AEW, and then we open the floor up after the ratings. Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy. What did we think of this match? Man, this was fun. Wasn't it? I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Dane says Kenny reminds me of Brad. Oh, my God. Yeah, you're totally right. I don't know if I ever put that together. Wow. Excellent call. Excellent call. Sandy doesn't watch AEW? What? Oh, Sandy's NXT for life. There you go. Camera to be managed by the $1 Million Man. Lance, let me ask you a question. To your point, how does everybody feel about if that were to happen? You think they'd roll the dice on Ted DiBiase? The guy had some stuff. What am I, a judge? I'm not a judge, nor a cop. What am I? Right? I don't know, man. I really enjoyed this match. Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy is it was crazy fun, and they both brought it. And I tweeted during the match that, you know, that future AEW we're all talking about when the young guys take the reins. We got a preview of it that night. God, that was fun to see. That was so much fun to watch. They killed it. Now, put that in the perspective of a WWE ring in 2021. Does it work as a main event? Maybe not. But it doesn't have to. It works for this company. Excuse me. It works for this company in particular. It doesn't mean I make excuses. Does Orange Cassidy work in a WWE ring in 2021? Maybe not. Does it work in a New Japan ring? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. But for that environment, for that atmosphere, for that reality that they have, oh, mic bump, excuse me. For that, I do that all the time. I try not to. I talk with my hands sometimes. For that reality that they have created, for that kayfabe thing that goes on in each company, respectively. Does it work? It works all day in front of that audience. They dig it. They dig it. Dane with the comment of the day. Pat yourself on the back. Orange Cassidy versus Yano. Oh my God. I totally want to see that now. Totally. Are you kidding me? I may want to see that as bad as I want to see The Fiend versus Cameron Grimes. That's a dream match. That's a dream. But this, pretty darn good. So Cassidy's doing this shit cooks, and Yano's going, whoa, and he's doing the thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's gold. That is gold. God bless. That may cause me to let go of Sting versus Taker that never happened. I said may. I may hold that till I'm dead. It may be on my tombstone. Here lies Tom. Still pissed off that bad language. I'm sorry. This is what happens when we go overtime and I'm on vacation. Rewind. Here lies Tom, still ticked off. Am I red in the face? My apologies, kids. Everyone correct me. I deserve it. Shannon says, still ticked off the Sting versus Taker never happened. Darby is the future. The TNT Championship feels more important than AEW World Championship. Well, you know what? Shannon's point here, kids. Kenny's kind of out of sight, out of mind sometimes. They talk about him a lot, but like then he's not there and stuff, and it's really weird. Timothy says Ty Conti versus God bless it. Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida? Yeah. My brain popped on that one. Very good match. Hikaru Shida. Very good match. Conti's best match that I've ever seen. I was going to make the comment Ty Conti's best match. I don't know if that's her best match. I've never seen all of her matches. It's the best Ty Conti match I've ever seen. Really well done. Dude, she has improved. For anyone that gave up on her and said she couldn't do it, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of was questioning if she had it or not. I'm just being straight with you. She proved me wrong. That was a really good match, dude. Really, really good match. Victor says, hopefully Chelsea Green goes to AEW where her best friend Britt Baker's at. Sophie can either be tag team or put on some good matches. I'd love to see Chelsea there. We'll see what happens. One more thing before we open the floor and then we take it home. If you smell, see what I just did? Watch this. What'd you think of the Rock eyebrow? What'd you think?
It doesn't matter what you think.
That was just an excuse to use the button. I like doing it. I want you guys to look at this ratings. These ratings right here. Last week, AEW 805,000. This week, 841. I'm sorry. I got that backwards. I totally got that backwards. I did the show prep in rather a hurry this week. How about we fix this? It's a quick fix. Don't nobody call me out. Everybody be nice. Play nice with each other. Ah, the joys of technology, baby. Rewind. Here's the ratings for AEW NXT, kids. This week, AEW 1.1 million as opposed to 1.2 million last week. And God, I did it again, didn't I? Man. Did I? Hold on. Is that right? Last week. That's right. Sorry. This week, NXT 841 compared to last week's 805. Who said it 2 months ago that we would never know what these two companies could bring to the table, these two brands could bring to the table independently unless they're independent of each other? Who said that, sort of, in those words? Me, right here, and a whole bunch of you did too. I get it. But I did too, and I'm on recording as having said it. So, I was right. Now, for all I know, next week, AEW dips to 830. And then they slide and they close in a year. I hope not, but like anything can happen, right? If NXT can build, or excuse me, AEW can build on this, if NXT can build on this, if next week NXT's over 9 and AEW's 1.3 and they both keep rising, you know who that's good for? Did you say everyone? Because you're right. Let's open the floor and then we'll get out of here and start our weekend off. Elvis says, we're the Impact ratings. He says, tongue firmly implanted in cheek. Their go-home show this coming Tuesday should be really good, I would think, but I don't know. Timothy says, AEW Women's Division are getting better every week. I agree. Dane says, Sheeta was on fire and she's been bored. I agree with that too. Sheeta's gimmick is... Sheeta doesn't have a lot of charisma. Now, anyone that disagrees with that may say I'm crazy. For me personally, I don't recall the last time she fired up and I went, yeah. Maybe she's got it and I'm not seeing it or she's not showing it. I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe that's a possibility too. I just, for me personally, I'm not, I like her a lot. I like her work a lot too. But I agree with you. I think that match was an exception for her lately. Don't know if you talked about it beforehand, but did you hear Daniel Bryan's comments about the wrestling? Yeah, something about he felt disconnected, like something was off, like it was very odd. I hope this is all storyline because it kind of sounded like post-concussion kind of thing talking. That's probably me reading too much into it. Don't anyone go writing stuff saying Tom said something because that's not what I meant. I mean, it was, but like I don't know stuff about that because I don't know. However, it did kind of come out of left field. Kind of weird. Yeah, he did make Sonic out of panic. Yeah, well put. Well put. What are your thoughts on the teenager shot? Oh, Elvis. Whew, that's a big topic, man. There's so many shootings at this time, unfortunately, because we're such idiots in this freaking country sometimes. I won't get political. It's awful. It's horrible. Okay? Horrible. I can't believe we're still going through this. We're not going through anything, but the people who are still going through this, dude, it's terrible. Sandy says Fiend versus Boogeyman thoughts. Fiend crushes him in 2 seconds. Didn't Boogeyman enter the Rumble one year and Bray threw him right out? Wasn't it a Rumble? Boogeyman was never on the same level as the Fiend character. I get it. What you're saying is like from an aesthetic purpose, it would be a fun thing to watch. I don't know. If AEW booked Bo Dallas, how would he best be used? What character or faction should get him over? That depends on what you're asking me, Robbie. If you're asking me, should he stick with the comedy, then it's Dark Order, right? If not, I don't think Team Taz is a good fit. Nightmare Factory wouldn't be a good fit, my opinion. I don't know. It's a good one. Heel or face, that's another thing. You got to think about that too. Maybe just go on his own. You know what I mean? Go on his own with the right opponent. Bo Dallas. Versus Adam Page. I could see that. Dude, Bo's a good little worker. It's Mike Rotuna's kid. Blackjack Mulligan's grandson. You kidding me? Bray Wyatt's brother. He's a good little worker. It's in his genes. It's in his blood. That's the truth. That's the truth. Shane says, where'd you go, Shane? Best stipulation for a match in wrestling history. Jarrett Hall on a pole match. I personally want to see a pole on a pole match. You got to climb the pole, pull down the other pole, and whoever pulls down the other pole and hits their opponent first wins the pole on a pole match. I'm a fan of the good old-fashioned cage match when it's done correctly because it's the blow-off and it's the end of the feud. If I had my way, cage matches would never open a show, and they would certainly never be the middle of the feud. It should be the blow-off last match of the feud. I'm old school, though. Old school. Old school. Sandy says 3 stages of hell. I'm not again the 3 stages of hell. Ray, always. Hang on, James. I didn't want to ignore you there, my friend. What do you think about Sasha walking off during an interview last week? No, yeah. I don't know what to make of that. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll find out tonight what's going on, right? Ray said De La Soul or Digital Underground. Thoughts of MJ introduction of Kobe in the Hall of Fame. Jordan's my guy. Jordan's greatest of all time. That's how I see it. And I love the idea of him doing that for Kobe. I think Kobe would have loved it as well. I know he would have. I'm sure he would have. Right? Of course. And I'll go Digital Underground. Digital Underground brought us Tupac. And plus they're fun. I like De La Soul, but if I had to make a choice, I'd say Underground. Sandy's saying Tino return to NXT. He could. You never know. Jamel, you would rather see, where'd you go? Dark Order go heel? I don't know. Hello, Miss Lopez. They start TV tapings, does MLW, on July 10th. Now, how soon they're on TV? Good question. I don't know. Have they formally announced it? Let's find out together, shall we? Because I don't want to tell you the wrong information here. Here we go. MLW will premiere on Vice TV. Oh my God. You got to read 2,000 words to get to the freaking point. I know how the writers do this. Trust me. If anyone knows, I know. But you know what? I like to get to the point too. This is legit a 1,000-word story. Why? Core Bowers said the MLW's presence will hit in May. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they've officially announced the actual date. If anybody finds it, let me know. Yeah, I hate writers that do that stuff. I mean, I get it, but God, it gets on my freaking nerves, man. Shannon says, what do you think of the Dexter Loomis, Indy Hartwell storyline? Bound to be better than Otis Mandy Rose. I don't care about it. I don't care about the whole boy-girl stuff. I hate it. Hate it. It's interesting. Hartwell's growing on me. I didn't much care for her in the beginning, if I'm being straight with you. I didn't much care for her. Yeah, July 10th is when they start doing TV tapings. That's the truth. They start TV taping with limited crowds. However, they're going to put some MLW content on Vice, like older content, I guess, leading up to the launch. So that happens in May. The official launch, I don't know if it's been officially announced yet. We'll see. The boy girl stuff just gets boring to me. However, this is different. I will give them that. It's different. I like different, right? Dexter Lumis is very odd. It's a very odd thing. I don't really know how I feel about it. I've never really been a huge fan of the gimmick. The no selling stuff gets old to me. You know what I mean? But I'm old school too, right? So we'll see. Couple more, we take it home, kids. Jamel points out the promos between Jericho and MJF. Yes. Jericho calls him my jerk friend. Yeah. Yeah, it's in my opinion, I think they kind of killed the Pinnacle from the beginning. When you have them laid out 3 weeks after they laid out Inner Circle, that's hot garbage to me. I don't get that. Dane, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. To me, laying out the Pinnacle the night they come back,
hot garbage.
I don't get that. I think it kind of killed it. Maybe it didn't kill it. If it didn't kill it for you, it didn't kill it for you. That's great. But for me, I'm like, I don't get it. They got no heat now. The heels are dead in the water on this deal, my opinion. Pinnacle has to win. They have to win Blood and Guts. They have to win Blood and Guts. They have to. If they don't win Blood and Guts, then what are you doing? Blood and Guts, May 5th, AEW. That's what I got. Kids, it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to start my weekend. Your boy is officially on vacation. Woohoo! So, know what that means? I got stuff to do over the course of next week. The main event may not be here next Friday. Okay? If the main event does not air next Friday, I will let you know. The problem I've got is 2 weeks from next Friday, the main event probably won't be here that day either. Life happens, folks. We're going to attempt to reschedule and get ourselves back on another day. I will keep you abreast of when that date and day is, or if I decide to move it. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I want to thank everybody for being here, for always following, for giving me the thumbs up. You guys are the best. I have the best audience ever. You guys are awesome. I want to thank everybody again for hanging out. Everybody go enjoy your weekend. Watch some cool pro wrestling stuff this weekend. Follow High Velocity Wrestling on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and Twitch, okay? Follow Tom Clark's 6M podcast. This Tuesday, we drop the DMX episode. I can't wait. We recorded it last night. I'm going to put it out next Tuesday. It's a fun one. I freaking love it. I had so much fun doing this episode. Check out Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Subscribe and download today. All of my podcast stuff is free of charge. No paywall to keep you from my stuff. If you want to listen, you can listen. I would appreciate the downloads. You guys are the best. We focus on movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. I promise you. It's an umbrella pod. It covers a whole lot of different stuff. This past week's episode was Disraeli Gears, the second studio album Deep Dive from Cream. Really, really good album. This coming week, DMX. The week after that, May 4th, May the 4th be with you. It's the Darth Vader episode. Spoiler alert. So that's fun stuff. Check out the 6M podcast. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. So I appreciate it. Everybody stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Wear the mask. Shut up. We all want to get back to life as usual, not just you, okay? I'm getting out of here, kids. Thanks as always, man. We're going to take it home. I appreciate you guys, all your time and attention for following and all that stuff. Everybody have a great weekend, okay? We'll see you next time right here. Tom Clark's Main Event.